Hi, and welcome to...
Anyway, this is our new podcast. My name is Rob. Hello. This is my friend Harry.
And right now, we don't really have an idea of what this is yet, but we think it's going to evolve.
And that's kind of where we just called it at the moment. We didn't really have any sort of solid ideas. So, yeah, at the moment, this is just... So, as we said, my name is Rob. This is Harry. We are very good friends, which I think is really important because I've found that a lot of audio pairings, things like radio duos or sometimes podcasts, they're pushed together. They don't know each other. They've been put together by management or whatever. And so I think it's really important that we know each other. And we've known each other for, 3 years now?
Longer than that.
Is it really?
Yes, we met in college.
We did.
That was 2017.
Yeah, because I was 16. Yeah, wow. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Technically.
So that is now 6 years.
25 years and a couple of months because we always start in September.
Oh, September, yeah. But
so it have been at least 5 years.
That's rather scary.
That is one of my... Sorry, I'm still not used to the microphone being really close to me. It is around... Yeah. We've never fought.
No, we've never fallen out.
Never fallen out.
We annoy each other incredibly.
Yeah, but it's all in good spirit.
It's all good. It's all good. We did media in college, just for a bit of background. So we think we know some things.
But we know absolutely nothing.
So I think a running theme/feature will be us having commentary on films and TV shows.
A lot of it's going to be talking about if we've seen something recently. Like we did a test whilst on the way back from seeing Ant-Man Quantumania, and it spiraled very quickly
into all sorts.
And I briefly rewatched it, and I can't. It goes very weird very quickly because we start shouting at each other because you would not let it lie.
I mean, we're not going to get... No, we're not even...
That'll be a future one.
we might revisit that.
Yes.
When it appears on Disney+, we'll...
Rewatch it. We'll do a quick recap.
I'll tell you what I did watch. Avatar 2.
Oh, you've seen it?
I saw it. I didn't see it in IMAX because I missed that. So I'm a bit annoyed, but I still saw it in 3D.
Okay.
Which I'm really glad I did. I went to see it with my parents because they're very good judges they are just normal-ass people. And they will just be like, what the hell was that? What are we watching?
I think, like, because very commonly, and I know, cause I'm still with I'm still at university.
Yeah.
My friend group is very much like, take it or leave it. It's very much, we know all the details. I know some film fans who are very critical all the time. And they can't just enjoy a film anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas I know my parents, or like your parents, are like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it was all right. That was good. That was bad. That was Tom Cruise. That wasn't. Yeah, great. Cool.
My parents have got a thing for Tom Cruise.
My mum is obsessed. Like, she absolutely went insane.
I love Mission Impossible. I love them all.
Yeah.
Bloody... it comes out in 2 parts now, the new one.
Does it?
Yeah, it's that long.
No, they're just copying Avengers.
No.
No. They actually recorded some of that near us.
Yes.
So I believe the train falling off
the bridge
/ into the quarry.
Yeah.
was about 10-15 minutes away from where I live, and that is the closest I've ever been to any sort of like actual filming. Nothing happens here. Yeah.
My parents have met Toby Jones.
Oh, the Dream Lord from Doctor Who.
The Dream Lord from Doctor Who.
There's a lot of Doctor Who.
My mother spotted him at the airport whilst coming back from holiday.
Brilliant.
And she was like, Paul, that's Toby Jones. Dad went, huh? Toby Jones from the Detectorists.
What?
Because he knows him from Detectorists.
Okay.
My instant thought was, the guy from Captain America?
Oh, yes.
Zola.
That's it.
Arnim Zola. Yeah,
Russian
I was
dude.
like, oh, you met Arnim Zola. Mum was like, who? I went, Arnim Zola. You met Arnim Zola. So and she was about, you can't see me obviously, but a good 5 meters away from Tom Hiddleston once in New York. That's it. They'll come back from New York. Toby Jones was going for an audition somewhere.
Yeah.
He was going back to the UK for an audition.
Did I tell you? Right. So, in my day-to-day job, I'm so exciting. I sell tickets for a
Family estate, we'll put it that, so there's not too much details.
for a stately home.
For a stately home.
And when was it? It was just before Christmas, so it was still normal season.
Yep.
This lady came in, and she came in to get the tickets, and then went out again, and I was like, it's a bit strange.
What?
And then we'd had whispers. They called us from the car park, saying that, oh my god, I've forgotten his name. Young X-Men man,
There's a lot of them.
Magneto.
Oh, Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
No.
We got a call from the car park saying Michael Fassbender's here, and we were all like, oh my god, Michael Fassbender, that's great. His wife came in and bought the tickets, who is apparently Lara Croft. Like the new...
In the video game ones?
No, the new...
Oh, the live action one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like.
And I had no clue who she was, what was happening.
I can't remember her name, but because it was based on the new Runner games.
Okay, yeah.
So I quite...
You liked it?
Guilty pleasure. It's because I enjoyed the game so much, I quite enjoyed that film.
Yeah.
And I think they are doing another one.
Okay.
It's kind of like... I quite enjoyed the Uncharted film. You enjoyed it, but...
I did, yes, you're right.
But
Tom Holland.
It's one of those things, it's like, because I played the games, I had a different understanding of the film. So, people who played the games and watched the film was like, it's not like the game. Like, I understood going in that I saw it as a prequel to, like, because they took bits from each game and kind of smushed it in.
Yeah.
Kind of like, it's definitely Uncharted, trust us. But it's like not a Sony mess up like Morbius was. Where they went, we have this we have this property, and let's just give freedom to this person, and that they don't know what they're doing. With Uncharted, I think I'm not saying like the casting was horrific. I think there could have probably been better casting, but I still think because obviously like it's made by the same people who did the Last of Us TV show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
They still had their feet in it, but because I don't think they gave him too much to do. Like Neil Druckmann, who does The Last of Us, he's like if you look at the credits, he's produced every episode, he's directed every episode.
Yeah.
So it's like he's like made sure like The Last of Us is too true. Whereas I think again the last with Uncharted it should have been a show.
So what I wanted to ask was, because I've neither played the Last of Us or I've not seen the series yet.
Okay.
I wanted to get The Last of Us because they've remastered it.
Part 1, yeah.
Yeah. Which way should I go?
Personally, I've played Part 1, but
Yeah.
I played it when it was first just The Last of Us, not Part 1, not
yeah.
Part. I played it on the PlayStation 3.
Oh my god,
I know.
classic.
Classic 2013.
Yeah.
That shows our age.
That is old. That just happened. 2013. You know that
10
was
10 years ago.
Oh my god, that was 10 years ago. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Horrible, isn't it?
Literally.
Can you remember when the first when was your first console? I remember when I first got mine.
We had a PS2. We had a PS2 Slim. And of course, back in the day, that was before internet.
Can beat that.
So I'd never seen a PS2 normal or fat.
Yeah.
So I went to, I think it was my cousin's house, and they had a fat PS2, and I was like, what is that? What is that? And they were like, it's a PS2. And I was like, no, PS2 is about this big. I can put it in my bag.
I can beat that.
Go on.
We had a PS1.
I can beat that. In the loft, we had an original NES.
Yeah, but you never played with that.
We did. No, we got it out every so often. And the thing I was most impressed about that was, yeah, we had Mario and all the normal things, but there was a shooting game where you had
the
a
gun.
Plastic gun.
Yeah.
But it knew where you were shooting on this old technology. Like you'd plug it into
it was
RCTV and it would just work.
I can't remember how it worked. We should look that up.
Yeah. But I was
yeah,
so mind blown because
it's early gen Wii, and I think that's kind of
yeah,
cool.
because at the time we had the Wii, and I understood that was from the sensor bar that was on the telly. This
I
literally
think
just worked.
I think it's something to do with the pixels on the screen, like it matched up.
I think thinking about it now, it probably took a picture of the screen and sort of like figured out.
Because it's a
where
plug-in
it
into
was.
the controller.
Yeah,
it's a separate controller, so I think
yeah.
it has this thing on screen and it looks for differentials.
Yeah.
It's probably if anyone knows.
Oh yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
We haven't told you how to get in touch.
Instagram.
Yet. At the moment, we are Instagram. dot podcast, urm.podcast.
Do we have an email?
Follow us. The
Or is it just
incoming.
It's your email, isn't it?
Uh,
Because I don't even have access to the Instagram yet.
no, you don't. It's an old email that I might need to change. So yeah, just send us
If
a
anyone knows
cheeky DM.
about how
How
NNAS
classic. What is it called? Duck shoot something.
Duck
like that.
Hunt.
Duck hunt. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to Google it. Tell us.
Yeah. But yeah, we had an Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
It used to scare me. That.
Why?
You know the opening.
With the goop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was like
yeah.
the big noises.
Yeah.
And in the same vein, when I was younger, we used to watch Monsters Inc. We had on DVD, and it was a THX DVD, so it was surround sound.
Oh, and it had that.
That was terrifying.
Yeah,
I hated that.
It's hard. It's worse in cinema.
Yeah.
Can you remember the first Despicable Me? And it also
Yeah.
their THX as well. We went to go see Minions.
Yeah.
Can you not remember? Everyone that day the Minions came out. It was a ram full of students.
And they were all wearing business suits.
Not necessarily all.
Yeah,
of
that
them.
was the meme. You wore a suit.
No, that was when we went to go see Minions 2. When the
Oh,
first Minions came out, everyone was like still on that hype
yes.
for Despicable Me.
Yeah.
So everyone was going to them, and it was random. It was split between people going to see Terminator Genesis
Oh yeah.
and Minions.
Yeah.
We all went, Genesis looks crap,
Yeah.
and we'll go for the crapper version, and we'll go see Minions.
Yeah.
And it was like our group was split into two groups of friends.
Yeah.
And we both came out at the exact same time. We both went, how was it? I think all of us just went, both crap. Both crap.
Yeah. See, yeah, Minions was.
But I think now
Strange
rewatching Minions.
It's better than Minions 2.
Oh, Minions 2 is horrific.
It was awful.
And why you pre-booked the tickets, I don't know why you did.
Because no, I tell you why I pre-booked that. Because our local cinema was running the competition to go to New York
Yeah.
when you pre-book the tickets.
Yeah.
That was why.
Oh, for God's
Anyway, so
Again, this is the point of we don't know where we're at. I've lost track of what we were originally talking about.
Well,
Vintage games.
we were talking about vintage games, but I'm gonna move on topic.
Okay.
And on the way here, Harry was driving, and we were talking about lorries.
Oh, hang on. For context, we are currently sat in a sound booth at my university
Yes.
because Rob has just done our voiceover for my documentary that I've just been working on.
Which I imagine will never see the light of day.
It will see the light of day.
Uh-huh.
We'll plug it.
Sure.
I'm going to plug it all the time. Poor Brett. Poor Pet. Poor.
What?
I can't remember what it's called. I forgot the title. Poor Brit and Poor Pets.
Oh, yeah. It's
Cost
about
l-
RSPCA.
We worked with the RSPCA and
Leaving your pets.
and we're still editing it at the minute. It'll be out around just after November.
November 2023. Remember,
Yeah.
people are going to be listening to this in like 30 years' time.
I'll keep plugging it every week
November 2023, guys.
because we've got to
Scroll back.
because we've got to deal with an organisation, not the
Oh.
RSPCA,
Oh.
about a festival. We're having to put it into there first.
Can?
No, local Nottingham one. But we want to put it into this local one,
Yeah.
then put it out to others, and then hopefully, because after that film festival's done, it's now back into free arms.
Okay.
So
yeah.
back to us.
Yeah.
So we can't actually share it until we've had that festival done.
Yeah.
It's really annoying, but I understand why, because it's through the university.
Welcome to your first contractual sticking point.
No, it was a music video. No, actually, it was my advert I did last year with a charity hit in Nottingham,
Right.
and I did the Bin Genie.
Oh, yeah, the bin genie. Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm afraid you'll never see that. He put someone in a bin. And
I'll put the Bin Genie on something. It's on something.
okay,
I think
we'll
so.
find it, search it.
Yeah.
Um.
It's very dumb.
Anyway, we're talking about lorries.
Tangent.
So we were coming in. Harry was driving, and he's saying, "I don't like it when lorries overtake me on the motorway
At night.
at night." Yeah, but I was saying they shouldn't do because I learnt this on my speed awareness course, which I should not have been on. And I'm going to tell you briefly why. So, I have a black box in my car. I don't speed, right? I go up to the speed limit, and that's fine. And I come back down again, and everybody hates me because I always go through 30, and everyone's trying to do 50 through a tiny village. And so I'd gone for a drive with my friend, and I literally have no idea where we were. I think we were on the other side of Manchester. And we'd come through this little village, and there was a 40 sign. I looked up, there was a 40 sign. So I was like, great, I'm doing 40.
I'm sure at 40.
Flash. And I was like,
Instantly?
What the hell was that? Yeah. Looked up, there was a 40 sign. Turned back. Then there was the 40 sign. 10 seconds later, 30, camera. That's why it's actual trap.
Catches you out.
Yeah. But
if you went down that road and did your test, and you didn't get to 30 before you went past that, you would have failed the test. So in theory, you're in the wrong.
No, because it was literally almost instantaneous. It said 40, and then flash, it was 30, and I didn't have any time.
Are you visible to see the 30 sign?
I could not see a 30 sign. I had to look back to see where the 30 sign was. That's why I was like,
and you were doing 40 and a 30?
I think it said I was doing 35.
Really?
Yeah.
So just over?
Yeah.
Because I think you get, your speedometer's 2 miles always faster than what you actually are doing.
Yeah.
To kind of keep you in control.
Anyway, so that's why I got a speeding ticket, and I shouldn't have got a speeding ticket, but there we are. You? No, it didn't, because I went on the speed awareness course.
What do you? Right, I'm going to ask you now. I have never got one, and I'm quite worried that because it's a course, I assume you have to pass something.
Mine was on Zoom, and you had to sit there with your Zoom. You had to have your camera on, you had to have your microphone on.
Right.
You couldn't eat, you couldn't drink, all you could have was a glass of water.
Right.
And there was 6 or 7 of us on this.
Really?
And it was all about class participation. They went through and they were showing us scenarios, and they were like, okay, what's wrong here? Oh, Jenny, you go for it. Yep, okay. And Rob, what's wrong here? And I was like, And so, but the one thing I did learn, which was the point of this story, was that anything other than a car or a motorbike, so a car that's towing, a van, a lorry, a truck, whatever, they all have to go at 10 miles an hour less than the speed limit, wherever they are. Whatever the speed limit is. Their speed limit is 10 less. So the point was, nothing should be overtaking you, because you always go at 70. So nothing bigger than you should be overtaking you, because they're already like 10, 12 over the speed limit.
And you can vouch for me that when I say I do the speed limit, I do the speed limit.
You do the speed limit. You do your little, I'm doing 72 because I'm actually going 70. Which is
I'm having that extra 2 miles an hour that aren't technically there. I'm not doing 68, I'm doing 70. I do 32 around town.
That's bad.
No, I don't. I actually do. It's generally when I can do. If it's like a 60, I'll do 62.
Yeah.
If it's a 50, I'll do 52.
Yeah.
It's just because.
It's because you got that little bit of arrogance, and you're like, I just want to go above
arrogance.
Everybody else.
It's when you're going down a country lane and you've got a tractor doing 20, and you have to overtake them on like a stupid road.
That's fine.
It's not, because they don't ever pull in, and they're meant to pull in.
They're not meant to pull in.
Yeah, any traffic longer than 8 cars, tractors are meant to pull in and let cars go past.
That's not true.
It is true.
Have you watched Clarkson's Farm?
Not yet.
You need to. Like, the amount it's opened my eyes about how hard farming is for everyone.
They've got tools for everything nowadays.
No, but just everything, like the business side of it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, right, yeah, no.
Like, it's pointless, frankly, because you don't make you don't make enough money. Like Clarkson made on his first year, he made 140 quid or something overall. That was it. That was his profit. He didn't pay himself. He didn't pay. He paid all his contractors. He paid Caleb and people. But
yeah, but that's to start the farm, though, isn't it? So he had to buy everything new.
I suppose. But even
I've seen tractors that are like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And like, I think the ones that are settled and fine, like ones that have been like family farms for decades, I think they're stable enough because they've always got very nice stuff to say that they're farmers. And I think it doesn't show every part of farming, because most farmers, especially in Norfolk, where it's the main export, money.
But
granted, I'm going off what I've been told by others.
What he's highlighted in Series 2 is that because of Brexit, farmers now aren't going to get, well, Clarkson specifically, he's now not going to get £82,000 worth of grants from the government anymore.
Grunts?
Grants,
Oh, grants.
as in free money.
Yeah, I know what a grant is.
Okay.
It's a grant, though. Not a grant.
Oh, shut up. And so that very much took him over and brought him to that profit from before.
Right.
So he is now down £82,000 a year.
Really?
Yeah, and so is every farmer. And the government haven't said what they're going to replace that with because it all came from the EU.
Well, that I don't.
See, that to me is just absolutely
Mental.
bonkers. Yeah, how...
Because the whole point of Brexit was to get back to the fact that we used to make everything.
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought.
No more factories have opened.
No, I thought I thought we'd reopen the factories, we'd make everything, we'd stop importing.
One of our main exports that we still do make is toilet roll.
Is it really?
Yes. So when we had toilet roll shortages,
Oh yeah.
no, we are fine. We export more.
Mm.
When we had that shortage.
Yeah.
I'm doing air quotes.
Air quotes.
Air quotes of a shortage of toilet roll. We didn't. We had plenty. It's like when we had petrol shortage.
Yeah.
We didn't have it.
No.
We had plenty of petrol. It was just
scare.
It was. I don't want to get shut down for this, obviously, but it was. Sorry, I've blanked now.
It was a media scare.
It was a media scare, kind of drummed up because it was just trying to get rid of all the old petrol and diesel that needed to be gone.
Yeah, because they'd changed it. I thought that it was
to get rid of the E5.
Yeah,
because they now put more ethanol.
Less ethanol. I don't know.
There's more
There's
ethanol.
something about it.
It's more ethanol now because if you've got an older car, so
That's
I think
it.
early noughties, late 90s,
Yeah.
it's going to start dissolving your petrol canister, so it kind of informs you to buy either a newer car, but it's also a push to trying to get you to buy an electric car.
Yeah.
But the whole point of getting an electric car is if you've got money.
Mm.
So, and it's stupid because they've got to start installing charger points at homes.
Yeah.
That costs thousands. They've got to put more out and basically shut down petrol stations.
Mm.
But the cars themselves are about 30-40 grand.
Mm. And we've just had a rather cold winter, and Dad was saying this the other day, people he knows who have cars,
Batteries are shit.
instantly they've lost 20% of their battery because it's cold.
Yeah, you need to keep them charging all night, but if you don't,
yeah,
it's like, you can leave it overnight, and it's like your phone. If you didn't touch your phone all night, it'll go down 10%.
Yeah,
because it's just using background power to keep it booted up.
Yeah.
If I left my phone out or my window open, it'll go even more further down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's struggling to keep everything going
at the right temperature. Yeah.
At the right temperature, yeah. So my laptop, you can clock the fans to about 4,000 rotations per minute.
Mm.
So it sounds like a jet engine, but it still sounds healthy.
Yeah.
My old laptop used to have to push to try and keep it alive.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes just using Chrome.
Yeah.
Because Chrome's bloatware.
Chrome is huge.
Chrome's RAM is mental.
It's insane.
But it's the best one.
I find
You're Apple, though.
I have a Mac, yeah. So Safari is
I don't like Safari.
no, but Safari is so much more efficient. It works just as well as Chrome and does not suck everything.
Yeah.
Whereas, you open Chrome and it's literally like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. Do you want me to take it back to how we started this?
Yeah, go on then.
Avatar 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you saw Avatar 2.
So I saw Avatar 2. And the main point for that was Dad came out and he was like, oh yeah, the 3D was really good. So
the visual effects.
So
you think it earned its Oscar?
Yeah, 100%. And he's like Twitter was saying, he's reinvented 3D again, which he has. It was utterly gorgeous.
Yeah.
The thing was, so Kate Winslet was in it, who was in Titanic.
She's in every James Cameron.
She's not on every one,
Right,
but
most.
this was her big comeback. And you
Big comeback.
she's
still making stuff.
yeah. Well, is she? I don't know.
I think so.
Well, she's a billionaire. She doesn't need to. Anyway,
yeah.
she's you can't tell it's her. Like there's the prosthetics and the
That's a good point. She wasn't in the first Avatar, was she?
No, she's a new character.
Oh right. Okay.
There we go. Right.
So she's a new character. I haven't seen it.
I know you haven't. So they leave the forest and go to
Waterworld.
the water world, yeah, where the different Na'vi have evolved differently. They've got flapper tails and bigger fins and things to
Flapper tails.
yeah, flapper tails,
Mm.
so they can swim. And so obviously, like the family find it really hard because they've got
Kids.
4 kids now.
Yeah.
No, 3 kids and one. You'll love this. One adopted kid from what's her name? Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver's avatar
Yep.
is pregnant
What?
when she dies.
Oh.
So
in the first one.
in the first one, but we don't know that.
Wait, is her avatar?
Her avatar is
Or the
pregnant.
human body?
She's not. Her avatar is pregnant. So then
How's that work?
they try exactly. They haven't explained that yet. That's going to be the basis of number 3, I think.
Oh right.
So they put her in the growing stasis chamber thing,
Right.
and she has this baby, which is voiced by Sigourney Weaver. It's a good way of bringing it back, and
So essentially, it's Sigourney Weaver again.
it's Sigourney Weaver as a young, sort of very intuitive child. So this is the thing. So Jake and Neytiri adopt this 4th one, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there is a human child.
Okay.
Who you'll like this one as well. Who is the child of the main villain in the first one, the general dude.
The blonde-haired guy.
Yeah.
White-haired guy with scars on his face.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's his kid.
Oh.
Where that came from?
Where
we
it came from,
know.
we don't know.
No, we
Okay.
don't know. But
So, in a sense, are you saying that because the third one's called like Fire World or some shit?
probably.
So, are you saying like what Jake is and that part in the Na'vi are they like the Earth ones? Like
They're tree people. They're referred to as tree people.
so they're good at like climbing
They're good at climbing. They're good at landing. They're good at all that.
animals. That
So
kind of
yeah,
thing.
they obviously the kids all bully the other kids. Oh, you tree people and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have 3 kids of their own. They adopt Sigourney Weaver's child, and this human sort of tags along, but Neytiri doesn't like him.
Yep.
And so the film plays out, and I won't spoil that bit, but then we find out that Sigourney Weaver's kid is very, very intuitive with Awa, the god thing, the all around god.
Okay.
She uses her tail to connect to one of the
Trees.
underwater tree,
Oh.
and she is then talking to Sigourney Weaver. Well, we don't know if that's in the past or if this is some sort of brain
So
thing,
Sigourney Weaver talks to Sigourney Weaver, is what you're saying?
basically.
Okay.
And then she starts having a seizure, and she pulls out because. So then she's having a seizure underwater.
Right.
So everyone's like, "Oh my god, get her out!" And so then Norm, the science guy, he stayed. Remember him? He had an avatar as well.
The last time I watched Avatar was
We need to watch Avatar again.
when it came out on DVD.
I love it. It's still the only film that will consistently make me cry. When they pull down Home Tree and Sigourney Weaver's like kicking off and they're like, "You murderer!" That gets
Every
me
time.
Every time.
You credit No Way Home.
I did. No, but that's fresh things. I'll cry at new things that I haven't seen before.
We've seen
Remakes.
Yeah, but you cried the second time we saw No Way Home. Was that because you said you
Mm.
forgot what happened?
Did I? Which one was that?
No Way Home, where Aunt May dies.
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying spoiler alert, and I'm not hiding the fact it's been out for a while.
it's been out for like.
If
good
you know Andy
year and a half.
Garfield and Toby are in it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Aunt May dies. Come on, it's not a spoiler at this point.
No. No, that got me the first time. I was a bit emotional the second time, but it didn't get me. Whereas, yeah, Avatar will get me every time.
I cried at a film recently,
What?
and you know I don't cry at films.
And you don't. No, you look at me and go, "What are you doing?"
I cried at Paddington 2.
What?
Yep. I cried.
Why?
Well, I didn't cry. I got teary-eyed, and a little droplet fell down.
Why?
Because we were trying to find a film to watch,
Mm.
and then obviously we were watching Last of Us. So we just watched the episode 7 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
At the time of recording, it was like 7.
Hmm.
Because I'm still behind on 8, and I know 9's come out now. But at the time, it was 7.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, I wonder what we could watch. And we were looking, and then both Paddingtons came out. And I've seen Paddington 1.
Yeah.
And
I like Paddington.
It was nice. It was simple, very enjoyable. I never saw Paddington 2. And then I
I
thought,
don't think I have either, actually. But
you've not seen Paddington 2?
No,
We'll
carry on.
watch that together. But with Paddington 2,
yeah.
in Unbearable Weight of Everything, with Pedro Pascal and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Where Nicolas Cage plays himself, he asks him, because he's a cinephile, and Nick Cage is,
Mm.
he asks Pedro Pascal's character, Javi, what's your 3 favourite films? And it's like the Island of Dr. Caligari, it's another thing, and he won't tell him the third one, and then eventually he breaks down and goes, it's Paddington 2.
Mm.
It makes me cry, and it makes me want to be a better man.
Right. Okay.
So they go, and then Nick Cage goes, oh no, Paddington 2, what? You've got these great films, and it just cuts to them bawling their eyes out. And he goes, you're so right. You are so right. And I was like, right, okay. Because me and Beth went to go see that film because you didn't want to come.
No.
I think to be fair, you were away. So we went to go see it, and I was like, I don't think so. Paddington 2 won't make me cry.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like, unless the bear died tragically,
Hmm.
and it's like some Schindler's List ending.
Hmm.
But yeah, we watched it, and Lucy, my girlfriend, is bawling her eyes out.
That's not hard.
No, she cries at everything.
Yeah.
She just cries at every film that's sad. And it got to the part with I'm not going to spoil it, the ending.
Yep.
And I was like, oof, it's getting to me. And then it got worse and worse, and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Okay.
And I actually cried, and that's the first time I've cried at a film since Ready Player One.
Oh.
I cried at Ready Player One, not because like the overall film was sad.
Mm.
It was when the Iron Giant died.
Ah, yeah.
Because
you like Iron Giant.
I love the Iron Giant, and it's my favourite film of all time.
Yeah.
And I hated that they killed him again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's already heart-stringing at the end of Iron Giant.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's back. Yes, he looks gorgeous in CGI, and it's lovely. And it's like just drowned in a river. So I was like, oh, okay, thanks for that. But yeah, I cried at Paddington 2.
I can remember the first film I cried at because I remember going to see Up with my parents.
I didn't cry out.
No.
I think I was too young.
I was too young. I was like enjoying the film, great happy film, dogs talking, it's wonderful. And I look over and Mum and Dad are literally dead, and I'm like, what's wrong with what's happening here?
Because it's either she's got cancer. I still don't know. Is she cancer or can't get pregnant?
I've not watched it since because I don't dare. Because
Okay.
I'm now emotionally attached to films. So the first film I did cry at. Anyway, the point was, didn't cry Up. So then the next film was Toy Story 3.
Didn't cry at Toy Story 3.
Oh no, that got me so hard at the end. Oh my
Didn't cry at Toy
god.
Story 3.
Oh, they're all holding hands and they're just going into the fire. And...
It's very sad. Yeah, but like, there was still like 20 minutes left of the film.
But we didn't know that at the time. That was the last one.
I didn't see it at the cinema.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we thought that was
It's
the
a
end.
Pixar film. They're not going to go, oh yeah, they all melted.
It's a Pixar film. It's all they do is pull at heartstrings.
Yeah, they're not going to go, oh yeah, all the toys you've known since the 90s, they're all just going to get crumbled into this ball of plastic.
Yeah, because they have a new cast of Bonnie's friends, Bonnie's toys. So
yeah, but it's not
the old cast.
there's no connection to it.
Anyway,
It's like with if they do Inside Out 2, they
Yeah.
have to. I think they've got to stick with Riley.
are they gonna? Oh, I didn't even think about moving on.
I think they've got to stick with Riley and go through like it's a bit awkward because it'll be. I assume it'll be teenage years.
Yeah, because they mentioned that at the end.
Yeah,
They mentioned.
I think all they have to do now is kind of connect the dots between the dad and the mum and have a bit more of that because you can only see the dad and the mums in the credits.
Yeah.
So if they have it, but then like it's a bit of an awkward topic because it's a teenage girl, she's got a lot of emotions. It's gonna be all sad. That's the kind of thing that it's not stereotypically and trying to sound horrible, but when everyone's a teenager, everyone is sad.
Oh God, yeah.
You were horrific. You still are.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to just do that. So I kind of hope that they don't, because they're all moods.
But yeah, so disgust and
Sadness are going to be the main ones.
sadness are going to be in charge. So
With breathe things, and I think it's just going to be another film of Joy struggling to.
yeah, Joy's
bring
not
them back all
going to
together.
be in charge of the console anymore. So that's what struck me about the parents was that sadness is in charge of the mum and anger was in charge of the dad.
But it's underlying anger with the dad, and he only gets angry at football. But
But anger was still in charge anyway.
yeah,
was
because they're all the
leading the charge.
same thing, aren't they? It's not like they all have one, like Riley did.
Yeah, but
The mum is sad, and the dad is angry.
no, they're all the different emotions.
They're not.
They are.
They're not.
But they're just different ones in charge. Joy's in charge of Riley and has counsel from the others.
Yeah, but in the mum, I swear it's all the same one.
They're all the same colour, but they're still the different shapes of the different emotions.
Are they?
Yeah. So again, sadness is in charge of mum
Yeah.
with the
But
council
but
of.
I thought actually what was quite nice that it looks like she's controlled her sadness because she wasn't like just because she was like in control.
Yeah.
So I think she's in control of her sadness, and like with the dad, he's in control of his anger.
But the sad point is that those are their core emotions. They're not. It's not happiness.
Yeah.
They're not main emotion.
Yeah, that is true.
So what is Riley's main emotion going to be? Because surely that's going to be the storyline
I
of
think
puberty.
I think it changes.
Is that you go from joy being in charge,
Yeah.
you get your sadness, you get your anger, you get disgust being all flying in, and then I suppose at 16, 17,
When
you then
finish puberty.
pick your main.
I think your brain picks it.
Your main emotion will come out.
What would yours be?
I want to say
big
joy,
pepper,
but
big
then
pepper there.
you're not going to say that because I think I'm relatively happy most of the time.
I think I'm not on that kind of spectrum of happy, sad, fear, anger, disgust. I'm very mellow, but when I'm happy, I'm happy. I'm generally
Yes.
I'm a generally a happy person, but I'm
Yeah.
not overly joyous.
No.
I'm very much at peace with everything. Probably stressed. If they had one for stress. Consistent state of stress.
That would be fear, surely, and just being like.
Fear just mellowed out.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, gotta get this done.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yes, indeed.
For the first one, we did pretty well.
We did pretty well. No mistakes.
No major cock-ups, shall we say?
No
We're gonna have to put the E on it now to say it's they've got
Explicit.
expletives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. There we are. Just in case.
I've tried so hard not to swear all day.
And right at the end.
Right at the end.
Just thought I'd slip it in there.
How it ends.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do it we're going to try and stay off the tangents, but that's what happens.
It's kind of impossible,
But we're going to try and make it more fluid
Yeah.
and stick to the points that we have. Rob's going to come up with some ideas to talk about.
is Rob right? Okay.
You told me you were, and so am I. I have got some notes written down.
I think producer Meg can attest to that. Oh, she's waving. You'll meet Meg soon.
Yes. She'll say hello.
Will she? I don't know. She's not an outgoing person, shall we say?
She'll say hello.
She'll like hello in the background.
Once either that or we get a new producer.
That's true. You are entirely replaceable, dear. No,
As
she
all
didn't like
producers
that.
are.
Anyway,
'Cause
so enough
she's
producer
not
bashing.
paying us yet.
She's not paying us. We're not paying her.
No, she's producing. She's paying us.
Why would she pay us?
Because she has the money.
Oh, right. She's not funding it. Anyway,
No,
stop going on tangent. Right, that's the end. We're coming to the end. Here's, follow us on Instagram, .podcast, urm.podcast. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Yes, see you soon.
Bye.
Force me to be quiet, have you?